Jeremy Corbyn said they'll have a thank-up running for Mayor of London. And it's quite well known that you stepped down from Labour because of Jeremy Corbyn. What's your thoughts on this?
I did. He also sent me by text message, which is no way to treat the working class, as I once said it quite amusingly. But the point I was making is that, in a way, first of all,
is it normal to slap people by text message?
Not for those that claim to believe in trade unionism and treating workers well. It's not normal, no. But the serious point I would make is this: look, the important thing is that the Corbynites have very little influence. They have no influence over the current Labour Party, and it's the Labour Party in Parliament that seeks to be the next government of the country. So that's the most important thing. But Starmer has done a really good job in driving these people out of having any influence within the Labour Party whatsoever. And I believe that that's true. I think that statement is true. Right. However, Corbyn still does have a cult following. Let's be clear. And therefore he is still a player. Okay. Do I think if he stood to be Mayor of London he would have any chance of winning? Absolutely not. No chance at all. So I don't really care as long as this guy, if he ever stands for office again, is highlighted and exposed for his true beliefs and what he really stands for. I don't mind what Jeremy Corbyn does in the future, because he's a complete irrelevance. And it's very, very important that he and his clan were driven out of senior positions in British politics, because they posed a threat, not just, as some people would say, to the Jewish community, although they did pose a threat to the security of Jewish people in Britain, and that in itself was shocking. They posed a threat to the security of the country. Because if you fundamentally are anti-Western, right, and yet you want to become leader of one of the West's great liberal democracies, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And thankfully the British people, by the way, in 2019 showed that they got it. Yeah. They got Jeremy Corbyn. People forget this. They're not stupid, the voters, as politicians often think they are left and right. Okay, they got it. They saw what he was, and they made sure that he got nowhere near number 10 Downing Street, thank God. So I think that what we should do is consign Jeremy Corbyn to where he belongs, the dustbin of history. Whether he stands to be the Mayor of London or he stands down from politics, Jeremy Corbyn will never have power again in this country. Thank God for that.
Well, I'll say this: Corbyn is an anti-Semite, plain and simple, and I hope his anti-Semitic legacy is a reminder that people who hate Jews never prosper. There is a verse in the Torah that I shall bless those who will bless you, and I shall curse those who will curse you. People should remember that. I'll tell you a funny thing, and it's just a personal experience. He can try to run in London and use a very Palestinian narrative and etc. Like George Galloway did in Batley and Spen. He can try that. It won't work, because I'll give you a very good example. My mom has a few friends in London, so I was meeting them once, and he was saying, like, British Bengali, and he was saying, like, I said, who did we vote for? At that time it was, I think, Sadiq Khan just won the election. I can't remember against whom. I had just come to the country. So he was saying, of course Sadiq Khan. He has Khan in his name. And this is how the votes work, like the communal votes work. So he said, I'll vote for Khan. And I voted for Khan. So I said, did you know that when he was MP, he voted for same-sex marriage in Parliament? They're like, no, we didn't. And it doesn't matter. He has Khan in his name. And that is how the whole community voted. Then the other thing is Sadiq Khan in London has good alliances with communities. Like one of Sadiq Khan's, during the first election, one of Sadiq Khan's director of communications was Narendra Modi's foreign director of communications. So Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, so in the Indian community, Manoj Wadhwa, and I actually met Sadiq Khan and Manoj Wadhwa both together because I had friends there as well. So Sadiq Khan has a good connection. So I'll say this, even Rishi Sunak won't win in London against Sadiq Khan. So he's impenetrable. Only Sadiq Khan can decide when he wants to get down from office.
So what's his thoughts on Jeremy Corbyn? He
can do whatever he wants, and anti-Semite can, as long as the media doesn't give him any hype. I hope they don't, because such people should not be given any space in terms of media. Let him be in his own echo chamber.